somebody asking for the co-pilot? Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. Okay. Wait a minute.
He isn't eating anything. I think Matt just needs to turn on the
I'm coming up. Because he's going to be stand-up comedy. I'm going to be first one. Make sure the steamer goes off. Right. Because you know what? That's the most important.
All right. Let's do this. Matt, say hi to me.
Hi. Hi, Marco. How are you?
Good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
All right. Awesome.
Ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Matt.
Me, yeah. When I was a kid, I wanted to wear cowboy boots, but I couldn't because I had really flat feet. That's not a joke. That's just a little factoid about my life. It's just for categories later when I become famous. If you guys have been here before, you guys hear me talk a lot about I don't like to have kids. Like, I don't like kids at all. I'm not a big fan of it. And I think I've given you guys the wrong impression about me. Like, I don't hate kids. I just think I'm completely ill-prepared to have kids. Like, I don't think I'd be a good dad at all. Because I have roommates. And I know what it's like to have children. My roommates are really annoying. Like, they came home the other night, they're really drunk all the time. And they were belligerent and loud. And it's 5 a.m. and I'm trying to sleep. And, you know, I'm a little stoned all the time. So, like, they're yelling and screaming. I'm sitting there like, I swear to God, if they keep me up, I'm going to murder them. But if I murder them, I'm probably going to get arrested. And if I get arrested, I'm probably going to get convicted. And if I get convicted, I'm going to go to jail. And if I go to jail, I'm going to have to be married or they won't give me conjugal visits. Shit, I don't know anybody that'll marry me. So I'm like busting out of my room at 5 a.m. being like, you guys are lucky I don't know anybody that wants to marry me. Shutting the door really quick. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, I just mentioned I'm stoned a lot. So like the other day, I was having a bowl of Lucky Charms. Fucking love Lucky Charms, but I like the marshmallows. I'm not really a big fan of the cereal. If I wanted the cereal, I'd just buy Alphabets. But I'm sitting there, right? See, this guy knows. He's like, fuck yeah, bring on the marshmallow. So I'm sitting there and I take the whole box of Lucky Charms and I dump it in a bowl and I sit there and I pick out all the marshmallows and I eat it and then I get done and I dump the cereal back in the box. Put it up there for the roommates. And it's really funny to see the two different roommates. They've got different reactions. Like the first one, she grabs the box and she's pissed. She's like, this is a defective box of Lucky Charms. There's not a damn marshmallow in it. The other roommate's like, I swear to God, they've just settled at the bottom. He's got hope. He's like, every day he's got a bowl of fucking Lucky Charms. He's like, no, tomorrow there's gonna be marshmallows. I just know it. Like every day he's just sitting there. And like I can't help it. Like I wanted to tell him, but like the hope was just so nice. Like it lifted up my spirit to see him all just like, no, I swear to God, you just wait. There's gonna be some marshmallows. And when they finally never came, it was the greatest thing ever because he's sitting there and he's like dumping it in there. And like he's got this smile expecting all these marshmallows to fall. And of course the marshmallows don't fall. The last little piece of cereal rattles around his bowl. And you can see the hope just fade from his eyes. Like he just sits there and it's just like... And in like an instant the rage... Like the rage that's been pent up is just built. Like the fact that his mom didn't hug him enough, and like the fact that his dad didn't worked a lot and didn't love him, all came out on that bowl of Lucky Charms. He like fucking flings the bowl, and like the box goes across the room. He's like, I really thought there'd be marshmallows in there. Woo! One clap. You know, it's really nice to try out these new jokes on 12 people because then if I bomb, it doesn't matter. You guys probably won't remember this anyway. Actually, yeah, right. It's all free.
Wait. Actually, it does matter.
It does matter. Well, I've been drinking, so I won't remember it.
So have I.
So that's a plus.
I guess it doesn't matter.
How to get one clap? You can clap once.
Right, let's see. I totally lost track where I was. I was bitching about roommates, which I can. They're not here tonight, which was awesome. I thought they were going to show up, and that was going to be awkward because I don't want to move. I like my place. It's nice. Let's see, what else is nice? We had a cold snap recently. That sucked really bad. Like, I'm from California originally. You guys can boo if you want to. But, like, when it gets 20 degrees outside, right? California, where we can almost smoke weed legally. Almost. Where all the good stuff comes from, but we still can't enjoy. Let's see, where was I at? Oh, yeah, we had this cold snap recently. It's like 20 degrees, and all my friends are like, dude, it's cold as fuck outside. It's cold as shit. It's cold as hell. I'm like, dude, those are not descriptions for cold. Like, if you're doing it right, none of those things are cold. They're actually kind of warm. But then again, if you say something like, oh, it's 20 degrees, oh, it's colder than ice. And now you sound like an 80s movie starring Steven Seagal and Wesley Snipes and Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's like coming to theaters starring Steven Seagal. Colder than ice. And I love that because I like Steven Seagal movies. What can I say? They're like the best movie to get stoned to. Like you sit there and just cheap on a bowl and put on some Steven Seagal and you just sit there and just like, dude, I could do this. Like I could do that. And the fucked up part is you could. Like it's Steven Seagal, you could. And they give him a gun. Did you guys know this? He's like actually a sheriff. Like he's a law enforcement officer. Can you imagine like an overweight Steven Seagal pulling you over? He's just like, step out of the car. It's just, step out of the car. Step out of the car. I would just laugh at him and offer to chief a bowl with him because you don't get a belly like that without munchies. That's for sure. Let's see, what else I got tonight? I got some new stuff. Oh, it's all new, let's be honest. Is that a question? Did I hear a question? Is this a question and answer period? What was that? Yeah, do you have a question? I heard somebody asking a question.
It started, does he really not believe? Does he really not believe in that?
No. I don't know what you're talking about, but no.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's just easier when I answer no.
I don't think so either.
Right. Thanks, Obama. Right?
It's Obamacare.
I'm lost for like the third time tonight. So what I get for getting here at 9 o'clock and getting a 12 o'clock time slot, because then I drink too much? Like 3 hours. I forget half what I got. Should probably write it down. I am lost. It's OnStar to tell me where I'm at. Trying to figure out where I'm at right now. You're not helping. Like, I appreciate the effort, but I'm sitting here going like, left. What the fuck is left? I don't have anything over here that's gonna help me out. I'm going left. And then if you go left enough, you just end up spinning back around. And then I'm facing you guys again and still don't know what the fuck to do. That's awkward.
Tell us about your mother.
Oh, I can tell you about my mother. My mother's a saint. My mother's a saint. My dad's a preacher, which is awesome. And my mom, she's never drank anything in her life, never smoked a cigarette, never anything at all. But my dad was a hippie in the 70s. And like now he's reformed, which is awesome. I think one of the reasons I'm scared to have children is because my parents, like my dad had all these awesome sayings. Like when I was a kid, my dad would like, he's like, oh, shut up or I'm going to bury you outside with their balls up so the deer can eat your testicles. I didn't even know that was part of their diet. Like I thought they ate berries and shit. Like my problem is that like I don't have any of those good dadisms. I would have to rely on like old product slogans or something. Kid come up to me like, oh dad, I scraped my knee. But like, you know what they say? Ice to dull the pain, hot to relax it away. Dad, I need help with my homework. We're studying the ancient Greeks. Well, you know what they say? Ajax, tougher than Greece. Kid gets an A. That's a history joke. You guys should Google that shit. That's a smart one. That's a thinker. A lot of people don't get that one. Plus, Ajax is a good cleaning product, which is cool. I still don't know where I'm going. Like, I just went off on a tangent and I'm still lost. I gotta come out here and drink less. It's a problem I have. I drink too much. Plus, I smoke a lot. I'm pretty sure that's bad with my memory. The really fucked up thing about smoking is, like, I went to go get a car the other day because, like, I walk everywhere. And I was like, you know what, it's about time. I'm 30, I need a vehicle. And they checked my credit and it's like 420. I'm like, dude, that's fucked up. 420 apparently is not a good credit score. Like, it sounds high, like 400. Woo! Yeah, it's not very good. It's not very good at all. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I went to go like get a car and they're like, dude, we can't sell you shit. You got 420. Like, your credit is shit. I'm like, that's fucked up. I can't even pay my cable bill, but you know what? My ghetto credit is fantastic. I can walk into Tito's house without a dime to my name and walk out with an ounce, and I think that's pretty cool, I guess. Like, and when I started doing the math, the really fucked up part is my real credit is so fucked up because my ghetto credit is so good. Like, the more bags of weed I get on front, the less chance my rent's getting paid this month, that's for sure. I'm giggling because that's true. Like, that's the fucked up part. I don't even have to crack jokes on that when I have a problem. Let's see, I really don't have anything else tonight. I drank too much. It's really late. There's 9 of you here, so I appreciate you guys humoring me. It was nice of you. I won't cry myself to sleep tonight. I'm all over YouTube and the internet. There's a sex tape.